You're tuned in to the Cre8 podcast, where we explore the stories, insights, and advice from well-known and influential creators in the industry. I'm your host, Cindy Marioki, and this is where creatives connect. Hi, Zia.
Hi, Cindy.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us today on this episode.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad to talk. It's the second time I'm interviewing you.
Yes. How honored am I?
I know. How honored am I? Anyway, before we get started, could you please let our audience know who you are and what you do?
Okay, so I'm Zia Nyamari, and I'm the CEO and founder of Zia Africa. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, many things.
Oh,
yeah.
I love it here. And a content creator.
And a content creator.
Because, Zia didn't think she was a content creator. And I'm like, what have you been doing? Put on your Instagram page.
I did not identify
You did not
identify.
I've now titled you content creator. Add it to your LinkedIn now.
Thank you.
So could you tell us a little bit about your background and how you started your journey? How it could be in terms of Zia Africa. Yeah.
Okay, so I have always loved fashion. So growing up, I just knew I would get into fashion at some point. I didn't know whether I'd have a fashion business or I'd do styling, but it just came to me easy. So when I went into uni, I studied community development.
Okay.
And I enjoyed my degree, actually. I've always had a passion for helping the community and seeing how I can use my available resources to just better the world. So while I was there, I started selling clothes from Gikomba, which was fun.
Yeah.
I didn't save any money. I just used to to buy clothes, sell them, use the money, do the same thing, and repeat.
Yeah.
And then eventually I got a chance to visit my sister, who at the time lived in Australia.
Okay.
So I started importing. So as I started importing, the pandemic happened. Yeah, so that was like 7 years of, good business, business. It was like a side hustle. But when the pandemic happened, I thought, okay, how can I restructure my business? And since I had this background of community development, I'm like, why don't I create employment by looking for tailors, starting my own workshop, and just taking that leap of faith into made in Kenya fashion. So I did that. And I mean, now it's been 12 years in July. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know.
Wow. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
now, first of all, thank you for creating employment, especially, in this economy.
I know.
We need jobs. So
And this
thank
is
you so
just the
much.
beginning.
Yeah. I had someone say that they wanted you to be on the pod because they are looking to get into the fashion industry. Yeah.
nice.
I mean, I was going to invite you anyway. So.
I'm like, I hope.
But that just gave me the extra, okay, this is a viable guess. Like, people actually want to hear her story.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they were saying basically they want to enter the fashion industry, and they just want to know, the ins and outs, the struggles that you went through, if you would do anything differently. So, this is nice. I'm going to enjoy this interview because I feel like it's a little bit different from what we normally have. I think anyone in the fashion industry is a creative because fashion, really, you need to be creative to create beautiful clothes, which you do. So tell me, I want to know about the process. How do you design? What is your thought process when you're designing these clothes? Do you do it alone? Do you use a team? Yeah.
So I thank God now we've built a team.
Okay.
We start by compiling all our ideas because now we all are different.
Yes, true.
And then we fight for ideas. I'm joking. But yeah, so it just depends on the season. Like, for example, now we're heading towards colder seasons. So maybe I'd think, okay, what do I feel like wearing right now? What do I need in my closet that's lacking? And what would my customers need during this time? So maybe that could be a trench coat or a teddy coat. And I start looking for ideas. I've recently started drawing. Not recently, actually. I've been drawing.
Okay.
I'm not a good artist, but it's the only way I can express
Your idea.
Yeah, exactly, my ideas.
Okay.
And my designer, she's brilliant. Hi, Babs. Shout out to you, girl.
Shout out to you, girl.
She helps me bring them to life because she's studied design.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah, so we just start with maybe several designs and try narrow down to at least 4 to 5 pieces per collection.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your clothing line, or Zia Africa as a whole, is sustainable.
Right.
So that means you use all the material.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're sustainable in a couple of ways. For one, we're zero waste, meaning we try and utilize all the fabric before it ends up in the landfill. We also incorporate organic fabrics like cotton, linen, because they are biodegradable. Yeah, and we're also sustainable by just treating our work as well and being respectable.
And that makes sense. I want everyone to hear that last point, especially if you're an employer.
I know.
Treat your people well, because I feel like that's something that lacks in a lot of community,
and
in a lot of industries.
In the fashion industry. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, Shane and all
I
those
know,
other fast fashion.
We're not naming them. What?
Actually, you didn't hear a thing. But buy locally is all I'm gonna say. So when did you start creating content? Do you even remember your first
Yes.
Do you?
Yes, and I hated it and I took it down immediately.
Oh. What was it?
It was a video. You know, this pandemic phase where everyone was a content creator.
Yes, definitely.
So now I had closed my shop. I had a shop at Adam's Arcade.
Okay.
And then because we had not gotten any walk-ins in like a month, I was like, okay, I don't know how long this pandemic thing is going to last. So let's just close and go online and focus online.
Yeah.
So I'm like, guys are home now. We just have to make all the TikToks and all the videos that we can make.
True.
But I was a new mom. And you know, being a new mom comes with a mom board.
Yeah, definitely.
That you don't even realize, especially because of the pandemic. I thought I was fine. I was like, I still got it. Hey, I took that video. I was like, who is that? Delete.
Well, they're calling it weight blindness now, currently. That's the term
really,
they're
weight
using.
blindness.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I had. Because that's the video I saw and I was like, oh, I didn't realize like I've really changed.
Okay.
But I slowly started dipping my feet in. And then you realize now with businesses, people want to know the person behind the business.
Brand,
yes, or the
exactly.
brand.
Yes.
So I had to just put myself out there more. And when I do put myself out there more, you find people actually buy. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm a content creator. I guess I'm creating content.
I mean, that's true. And I feel like because when you post when there's a face behind a brand, it becomes more appealing and relatable, or like at least like I know your story. It's more authentic. So even the fact that your business is named after you,
and I'm here trying to run away from it.
Are you? Yeah. Would you like to rebrand though?
I don't know if I would. Now I feel like I've grown it to...
Yeah, you have the pattern that you're wearing as a belt right now. Which is clearly Z for Zia. Like...
I don't know if I would rebrand, but I'm starting to own that part of the business, and it's okay to show my face.
Yeah. Did you ever want to like be just back?
Yes. For the longest time, for 7 years, no one knew me.
Oh.
Yeah, the customers. Okay, initially when I started, it was my friends and family who bought, and they obviously know it's mine. Yeah. But not the people who followed me on Instagram, just to see the models. Yeah, and there was no reels at that time, so it's just the pictures of the models. They DM you and you sell. That's it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. So in this entire journey of yours, what has been your biggest highlight?
Creation-wise, content.
It could be business-wise, content-wise.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's like stood out for you where you're like, yeah, this was amazing? Yeah.
Well, I have two. The first would be a program that we are currently running in Eldoret, which is a training of tailors program, which ties into our mission of creating employment for 1,000 tailors by 2040. So we had our first cohort last year, and it's something that I'd been wanting to do for a long time. So the fact that we were actually able to do it, now we've created employment for tailors in Nandi, which is so far, and they produce clothes for us all the way here. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's a really nice initiative.
Thank you.
Lovely.
So that's exciting to me. And the second is when we went sustainable. I think that was a huge leap of faith and just trusting the process. At the time, not many people knew about sustainability, but we've really worked hard to create awareness on the importance of sustainability, why you should buy from a sustainable brand, why you should be sustainable yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think those are the major highlights
Okay.
over the last few years.
Lovely. If you guys want to hear more about Zia as a sustainable brand, we actually had an episode on a different podcast called The Sustainability Pod, and I'll link it in the description below if you want to know more about sustainability. I think it's a conversation we should all be having and all be partaking in, so definitely check that out.
Thank you.
Anytime. And shop Zia,
Yes.
obviously. Now, on the flip side, you've also probably faced some challenges. What are those challenges that you faced, and how did you mitigate them?
Well, I lost my sister in 2021, and that was a huge blow in the face. I was one of those people who had never lost anyone close. So when that happened, I was like, Kenny, that can happen to me. And getting out of bed was difficult. That time, my workshop has employees like waiting for me
like
to
life is going on.
life is going on. I'm like, guys, my sister just died. Like, we're still continuing.
Yeah.
So that was a huge challenge. But I think just the fact that I know she'd want me to get out of bed and do something and work really hard helped me navigate that season. And then another challenge was just the economic times. Like, it's honestly been really difficult. And when it's good, it's really good. But when it's been tough, it's really tough. You're looking at your employees and you're like, I don't know where I'm going to get salaries for the next month. Guys have already done the work, and it's tough.
Yeah.
So I can tell you I've had like 2 really, really tough times that I'm really thankful to God that we made it through.
First of all, I'm so sorry for your loss, but I know your sister is very proud of you because you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
In terms of economic times, definitely, I feel like there was even a point last year when now we had the whole, Mandamano protests.
Oh, that was tough too.
I was seeing like business owners they were all struggling. Were you affected? Yeah?
We were affected. We were very much affected because people are not buying. They're busy in the streets.
And your fashion at the time. Maybe you should have released a Mandamano collection.
Where were you during that time? Where were you?
Add me to the team.
I don't know if I can afford you. But
don't get me my attempt.
Yeah, we made it through, but it was a really tough time.
Yeah.
And also we were closing the shop like
quite
twice
early.
or 3 times a week. And we need the kids.
You do.
Yeah.
And your warehouse as well?
Yes, because we're near town.
Yeah.
So we're closing the workshop, which means we're not producing. The physical store, guys, we're not able to sell. Yeah.
True.
So,
oh my goodness. And then you also have to give time for your employees to go back home.
Exactly. And then you can't also be, what do I say? Like blind or noise. What is it called? Like
tone deaf.
Tone deaf.
Yeah,
tone deaf. Where you would sing, buy this dress, and guys, Amanda Mana,
Oh my goodness. I remember you've just reminded me, the first Mandamano, it was on a Tuesday, and we normally upload our episodes on Tuesdays, and it was already scheduled.
Oh, good.
So the comments were just... this is not the time. But like luckily there were few, and I noticed it really quickly because I was actually going for Mandamana that day as well. So I was like, I just archived it.
Yeah.
And I re-uploaded it later. But it was, influencers also really went through it. Are there any mentors that you have that have helped you through your journey in the fashion space?
Ooh.
Or just anyone you look up to in general?
Okay. Look up to, generally, I love Fisayo Longe of Kai Collective.
Oh, yes.
I find her so cool.
I love her TikToks. I want that bag. The
very big money bag.
Where am I going to wear it? I don't know, but I need it.
I like her because she pushes the buttons and, like she just does her own thing. Very creative.
Yeah.
I also like House of CB because they've created a niche. I would love to create a niche that's very, like, true to us. Yeah, so I respect both of them, Konawaka and Fisayo. Mentors, I have a really good board.
Okay.
Yeah, they're my sounding board, really. They've really helped me navigate all these challenges, including Mandamano. fundraising, just trying to scale Zia. I think if I didn't have them, we would not be able to be where we are right now. We would have not made it to this point. Yeah, so thank God for them.
I like that you've mentioned a board. What was how did you end up getting a board? Because I'm imagining that came
much
later.
Yeah.
So what was was there a need to get a board, and how did you go about setting it up?
Yeah. So it did come about as a need because I'm a solo founder. I don't have a co-founder. So sometimes I feel like I have these ideas in my head and I don't know where to get guidance from.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I need people who can advise me on a level that's not maybe friendship or anything else. It's just like this, we're here to discuss Zia, only Zia for 1 hour. So I have a friend who's in the entrepreneurship space, and she had actually been in my ear a lot, and she was just like, let's start this board, I'll share it. And she's she's amazing. And she became the chair, and then we handpicked the team. Yeah, the members, not even team. Yeah.
Nice.
So it was just 2 years ago, around the time when we went sustainable. And they also helped me make that decision during that time.
Nice.
Yeah. So they're very logical. They'll be like, okay, ask your customers what they think about sustainability. Do they care about it and all that? Yeah.
I also like the fact that you said that you involved your customers, because a lot of people don't realize that, involving your customers is very beneficial.
We have to serve them. If we go and do something and they're just like, sorry, we don't want
it. Then you're like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
Nice. Okay, so forming a board has been good to Zia. It also helped you. Were they also involved in the decision to open your store?
Yes, very much so. And it was not even an emotional one. It was logical. Where are your numbers? Let me see your books. Yeah. Do your books make sense? Can you take up this cost even if you never sell in that store?
Wow. Okay.
So it was very logical.
Running a business seems so intense, honestly.
When I started, if I knew what I know now, I don't know if I would have started. I really don't know if I would have started. Maybe I was just here for fun times, vibes, and inshallah.
I think the older I get, the more I realize why my parents are always so stressed,
Do they have businesses?
Both of them are entrepreneurs.
Wow.
They were employed for a while, but I think for majority of my years, they've been entrepreneurs. So it's
amazing.
Yeah, one day my mom just comes home, she's just like defeated. My dad is just not speaking.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. I understand. You guys are going through it. So all the entrepreneurs out there, you got this.
I know,
you got
really
this. Can you share a specific project or experience that taught you a valuable lesson about being a creative?
Oh, I feel like I learn constantly.
Okay.
And every time we put out a collection, I have two things that I think of. Can I wear these outfits myself? Do I like them? That's in one. And then the other thing is, how far are we pushing creatively?
Okay.
Because I don't want to ever be basic. I really don't. Even if we create a collection and there's 4 pieces, at least one of them has to be like
standing out.
Yeah. And that makes it fun for me.
Okay.
So, there's this, like what we're discussing about business. So it can be tough. There's so many things to think about. Financials, blah, blah, marketing. At least let me have that one
creative
dress. Yes, that one dress that I don't care if people buy it. Me, I just like it and it is what it is.
Yeah. Was that for this recent collection? It's the one you sent me, right?
Yes, I love that dress.
I love it too. I'm always like, now, who's going to take me to a ball or something? Like, take me for a fancy...
Can you put the picture somewhere?
Yeah, I'll tag it. It's really... And I'll tag it. I'll tag the link to get it.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a very beautiful black and white long dress. It's off shoulder. And you can actually tie the thingy a couple of different ways. The off shoulder.
Right.
It's wonderful. It's like a built-in scarf, kind of.
Exactly. Wow. So, actually, funny story, quick one.
That's okay, go ahead.
My designer actually found me because she really liked the collections I was doing. Because where she worked, they used to do very simple, like whatever can be produced for mass market. But me, I'm always like, what can we produce that's different and that puts a mark for Zia?
Yeah.
So every time we're creating together, we're like, is this collection enough for us to, like, shake the table kidogo?
I like it. Actually, the pieces I have from Zia, I think most of them are they're quite unique. Like my current favorite that I haven't worn out, I just keep using it in videos, is the blouse, the crop long sleeve. Let me show you a picture because I can't. But it's like cropped, button down, white long sleeved shirt with like a very
big
asymmetric pocket. I love it, but I just don't have anyone. I'll show you. I shot a video with it actually today morning.
See you post.
So I'm gonna post. I'm gonna post. So yeah, I think it's your fashion is really nice, considering a lot of sustainable. When people think about sustainability, they think about boring and like actually basic.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can't have that because I think it is sustainable to have like a couple of, black tops, a pair of good jeans.
Now,
like you see, so
you have to have a good mix.
Yeah,
so you need the black tops, you need the white, you need them,
and a nice
and
coat.
we sell those, by the way, guys, we sell them. But we also have to be a bit, creative.
Yeah, I feel like because a lot of people just think it's very boring, and fashion should never be boring.
Yeah,
if you really are into fashion, something, a pop of color, a pop of something like some design work. I do agree, and I think Zia, you guys do that. I think you do have a perfect mix.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Gosh, accept all my compliments today.
I need to give you some. I like your makeup.
No, thank you. What is the pipeline normally from idea to, execution? How long does that normally take?
It depends on the pieces. So the more complicated ones could even take years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there any that has taken quite
a long time? We have some that we hope to release soon.
Okay.
But I really try and ensure by the time it's going out to the market, it's as perfect as possible. Like we're satisfied with it. Some take 4 weeks. That's the minimum time. So ideally we sample, then do a fit sample. So the fit sample would be, say, someone your size, someone a different size, like 4 sizes.
That's nice.
Yeah, then you see how it fits each person.
Yeah.
Then from there now we can narrow down and see if this is a feasible design. We tend to sample a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe you can sample even 20 pieces for one collection, but at the end of it we'll just release maybe 3 or 4. Yeah.
And as a sustainable brand, what happens to the samples? We
sell them.
Oh,
yeah. We had a sample sale last year.
Yes, I saw that.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. So we do have sample sales, and we also sell them at village markets, especially like if they're perfect, but maybe we just didn't put it out. You just find them. So
so that means like you have some exclusive pieces at village market.
We have a couple of one-of-ones. Yeah.
You hear that, guys? Visit village market.
Yeah, we village market
store. That's really nice. That's really nice. Now, I've always wondered how sustainable brands go about that, because obviously you can't design something without sampling it first and seeing how it works. So I've always wondered, do you like now start cutting it up again and then you use it for something else?
We could. If it's something that just was not working.
But like this material can be used for something else.
Can be for Dahlia, our baby line. Yeah.
And so actually, we didn't even mention, you have the 3, right? So you have Zia Africa, which is the one now that sells women's clothing. Then you have Dahlia, which is baby clothes from the offcuts. Yeah. And then Zia Home, right? How is Zia Home?
Zia Home is doing well. We also introduced candles from Gine Home.
Yes, I saw.
So we're actually looking into stocking more home lines as well. Sustainable home lines. We make our collections from fabric from Makweni, handwoven by women. Okay. So that's what I love about it. It's 100% cotton. It has our Zia print. Yeah. And it's just growing pole pole. Mostly at village market is where we sell.
Yes. Yeah. I got the cutlery holders for my sister.
Thank you.
Yeah, during when you launched. Yeah. She says she hasn't found the time to host a dinner party, so I'm gonna go and she hosts me.
Yeah, exactly.
So she can use that. Yeah, but they're really nice material. I want to get the apron as well because it's I cook a lot, so it makes a lot of sense.
In fact, we'll send it to you. Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Cooking video coming your way. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Is there anything that you think sets apart a successful creative from just like a good creative?
That's a good question. What's come to my mind actually is just failing forward. Because as much as we're talking of the collections that we put out, not all of them have been successful. But I can't stop creating.
True.
I just have to keep creating. So failing forward, learning from feedback, doing what you like. Just keep doing what you like. I feel like when you do what you like or love, there's fruits at the end of it. And there's someone who will love what you put out.
I agree.
And focusing on that person that loves what you do and not the person who doesn't. And the last one is consistency. Yeah.
That one is a big one here.
Yeah.
That is a big word in this podcast. Consistency.
Yeah.
I think every creative who's
Has
come
talked
on
about
always
it.
talks about
Yeah.
it. But also doing, like, you have to be passionate to be
Right.
in it. Like, you can't just do it for the sake of doing it. It's not like, I don't know, like a counter. I don't know. I feel like
you have to be passionate.
Yeah, you have to be
agree.
passionate to be a creative. So I feel like everything you've said is great advice, especially failing forward. I feel like a lot of us are scared, myself included. It even setting this up took me a lot of back and forth. I had a lot of imposter syndrome and just like, oh my God, what if it doesn't work? And then one day I just said, if it doesn't work, so it doesn't work. Like, you'll never know until you try. And I didn't want to be one of those people who down the line is like, I wish I did it. Yeah. There's a quote that says, you regret the things you didn't do more than the things that you did, like 30 years down the line. I was like, yeah, let me just do it.
That's a powerful quote.
It's a very powerful quote. I don't know. I think it's Mark Twain, but don't quote me on that. I'm not too sure, but I think it's him.
Yeah.
You're married to Mr. Nyashinsky. And I just want to know how it is being married to a different type of creative. Because, I mean, you know, you're both creatives in different fields. How is that experience?
I think what do I want to say about it? I'm glad I am because we have a level of understanding that maybe we would have not had if, say, we were both employed or one of us was employed. Because, like, say, for example, he likes to write in the morning. So in the morning, he may not have much to say because his mind is just coming up with ideas.
Of course.
And I've been able to understand that because I have to do things for my brand or my creative process that may not make sense to someone else. So it's been awesome. He's also into fashion. Maybe you might not know.
No, we can see it through the feeds. We see it through the feeds, definitely. Yeah.
So I even ran some design ideas by him.
Oh, lovely.
In fact, even when I was coming up with this print, he saw all the different variations that I had.
Yeah.
And it was just nice having an input from someone who's not inside the team, but external-ish.
Yeah.
So it's been awesome. We encourage each other. During our low seasons, during our high seasons, we celebrate each other. So it's beautiful. I'm thankful also because our kids won't have to be anything. Like, they can be anything. I mean, what am I trying to say?
Like, they don't there's no fixed role.
Career they have to take. So I'm happy for them.
You're like, I mean, it's good though. Did you have a fixed career path that was chosen for you? Ish.
There was the
like
unsaid,
the expectation. Of like, you know, you need the big job. Like what would it have been for you, do you think?
I did work in an NGO, a couple of NGOs after university.
And then when you left, was it like, what are you doing, ma'am?
Yes. I'm sure my dad now will deny it because now he's so proud of me.
Of course.
But back then, he was like, why don't you just do it as a side gig and like
keep
focus
your
on
job.
your career? Yeah, because you know it's a good job, the trajectory looks good. He's obviously educated me to this point. He's like, this is what you're gonna do to me.
He's just looking at all the money going down the drain.
But eventually they understood that I'm passionate about it and were so supportive. My mom used to pack clothes for me when I was at work, at school.
Lovely. So actually, how long did you work before you decided to
go full time?
Yeah.
So I worked from 2016 till 2018. 2020. Sorry.
Why did you pause?
Because I had 3 different jobs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
So the first job, actually, every time I quit, I was quitting to do Zia. But then...
You kept getting another job.
Yeah, and I kept getting scared.
Okay. I've been there.
You've been there,
I've been there, yeah.
So then you come out for a few months and you're like, hey, am I going to survive on these pennies?
Yeah.
What are these?
And you run back to employment.
So I ran back the first time.
Yeah.
Went again. I'm like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
tried Zia again. I'm like, ran back 3 times. The last time I said I'm not going back, no matter what, even if I'm on the streets.
Yeah.
I'm not going back.
Oh, that gives me hope because I also just like recently.
Oh, did you quit?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's very scary.
It's very scary.
But
congratulations.
Actually, yeah, thank you.
It
is a big leap.
Yeah.
But weirdly enough, it's the most like
yes.
I can breathe. It's the first time I felt like that ever since I got employed. I don't know. Like there's a certain freedom that comes with it. Though obviously there's in the back of my mind, I'm like, wow, this really needs to work. There's no other option. But I also feel like it's good to have that pressure because all the time I was like, it's fine if it doesn't work. I have my 9 to 5.
Exactly.
But now it's like, lazima I work for real.
Yeah.
But not Sakaja.
And that's and that's why it will work. Because now you're like, it just has to. Yeah. And I feel like even me when I quit that time during the pandemic, which was crazy because it was a pandemic and I'm like, deuces. Yeah. It just had to work. I didn't have a plan B. It was plan Zia or nothing. Yeah.
Hey, you went from A to Z.
I know. You see what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did there. But I like that it worked out for you. And it's actually it gives me a lot of hope that this will also...
you got this and God has got you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now, as we wrap up, can you share like some resources or tools that have been particularly helpful in your journey?
Can I say Google?
Yeah, a lot of people actually say like YouTube. Google can be helpful too. Okay. Yeah. So what did you use Google for?
Everything. Everything. Let me tell you, even when I was going sustainable, I Googled everything from where to find suppliers, like information about sustainability. I read so many articles, which informed whether or not I wanted to go sustainable. I'd say resources could also include your friends who are valuable. I hope you have valuable friends.
Yeah. Valuable friends is the word.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a book I always recommend, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I happened to read that book when I was transitioning to Made in Kenya, and it really helped me navigate dealing with people. And the Bible. Yeah.
I like it. Prayerful woman.
Of course.
What are your goals and aspirations for Zia and for Zia the person and Zia the brand?
My goals.
Yeah.
I mentioned one, which is to create employment.
Yes.
1,000 tailors by 2040. I would love to go global. That's my dream. In fact, our WhatsApp group as a team is called Let's Take Over Africa.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Have you shipped outside of Kenya though?
Outside.
Okay.
I would love to open a retail store.
Is there a specific you don't want to jinx it?
No, I don't believe in jinxing.
What?
I don't believe in jinxing.
We're so different.
You do?
I'm like, keep my mouth shut until it happens.
Really? Yeah. I have a controversial opinion on that.
Yeah.
I feel like when you believe in jinxing, it almost implies that whatever God has in store for you can be stopped by the evil eye or the evil one or whatever force is there. So I believe in claiming it, bringing it to life.
That's a really nice. Yeah. That's really a really nice way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So Miami.
Back to the locations, Miami. Is there a reason Miami?
I just like the vibe.
Really?
I've never even been there, but I just see Zia in Miami. I see Zia in Atlanta. I see Zia in Cape Town. I see Zia in Ghana.
Lovely.
Uganda.
Okay.
Yeah, as many locations as possible.
That's so amazing. Would you then, I know this is like...
It's okay.
In the future, manifesting. But like, let's say if you were to open somewhere in like Ghana, then you'd be using fabrics from Ghana. Or what would be the ideal?
Girl, we'll see when we get to this. I've not even thought that far.
You don't thought that far. You want the international locations.
Yes.
And you will get them.
Yeah.
Amen.
Have you ever seen those, like, you buy something, then it says, Tokyo,
Oh,
like, that's what I want.
Yes. Oh gosh. But I know what you're saying. Like you see the logo and then now underneath you see the city.
Yeah, Nairobi, Kigali.
Yes. Oh.
Cape Town. That's the goal. Yeah.
You're gonna get there
Amen.
very soon.
We'll reference this blog.
Yeah, I'm going to. When it happens, I'll just post up this clip. Congratulations to Zia on manifesting it. Please give all the future fashionpreneurs on here, or current fashionpreneurs here, a piece of advice that you wish you also knew when you were starting out, or just any that actually you like.
Okay. I'll try and say something new, because I always say believe in yourself.
That's still relevant.
Yeah, so believe in yourself. I'd say invest in yourself. I think that's what I would like to say. Invest in yourself. Where there is growth internally, there will be growth externally. And you will see the fruits of you working on yourself, on your business or your brand, and your fashion. So I'd say when I started working on myself completely, that's like going to the gym, reading more, learning new skills, my business really took off. I don't know what the correlation is, but
maybe because you poured into yourself.
Yes, so I think I was even a better boss, a better employer, better everything, better wife, better friend.
Nice.
Yeah, because when you pour into your cup, you have more to give.
True.
Yeah, so invest in yourself. Don't ever feel like, oh, I can't, do my nails because, I'd rather do this. Just like do it. Just like the way you take care of yourself, the way you take care of others, try and take care of yourself as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on here and telling us your journey. It was a wonderful conversation.
Same. I really enjoyed. I'm like, it's over. No.
I know. I know, it's just that I also know you have a meeting soon. If it wasn't, I'd be like, continue.
We'll keep going.
But I've done 3 episodes already. I'm joking.
But congratulations, Cindy. This is amazing. I'm so proud of you, and I'm proud that you actually took that leap.
Thank you so much.
And started this podcast.
Thank you, and thank you for gracing my presence as a host again. This is the second
time. Even next week I'm free.
Oh, lovely. Maybe I start a third podcast.
I know. I'll be down.
Lovely. Yeah. Thank you so much. And yeah, you can tell people where to find you.
Yes, so you can find us at the Village Market, New Wing, first floor, Zia, ZIA, or online www.ziaafrica.com. Or Instagram. Our handle is @Zia Africa. Yeah.
Lovely.
Thank you.
You don't want to plug your own personal page?
You see, there I don't even... Yeah, sorry. And my personal page is @NandiGirl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, yeah. Thank you, guys. That was Zia, exclusively here on the Cre8 podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, share, all the good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Cre8 podcast. If you enjoyed it as much as we did, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an update. Like, share, and comment below whose story you'd like to hear next. And in the meantime, you can vibe with us on all our social media platforms @the Cre8 pod. Be sure to also check out our merch by following the link in the description. Remember to stay creative, and I'll see you in the next one.